Okay, guys, I just wanted to address why I've not made a video in a long time. It's because I haven't really gotten in the mood. It's like there's so many things that I could be doing, but yeah. But I have made a video, uh, uh, not that long ago. But I just wanted to address why making videos have been so slow lately. It's because I just am not really in the mood. But you're gonna be watching a video right now, so be happy. Earth as we know it is a kind of beautiful, strange, and wacky place. But what I want to talk about this video is something specific. Amphibians. Amphibians don't really get enough credit because when you picture a frog, you don't really see the classification. You probably think of any sorts of reptile of sorts. But they're completely a different group of amphibians. And amphibians gave the rise to reptiles. So, yeah. But we're going to be going to the deep dive of the future and see what strange creatures have arrived. And it's going to be strange. And I realized there's never been a bipedal amphibian. So, I'm going to make one. This is a salamander, a type of amphibian that you've heard of, you've seen, you've known. Like, everyone knows what a salamander is. But this is no ordinary salamander. It is a blue-foot salamander. And this salamander will give the rise of bipedal amphibians. So yeah. But here, it's trying to hunt its prey. And this prey is essentially a small mammal of sorts. And considering this, its diet consists of small mammals, insects, and arachnids, and other invertebrates. That's about it. But here is other creatures like cockroaches that have still evolved and adapted for this new environment. 100 million years in the future. And spiders and other arachnids have still survived as their survivors. This shows the natural ecosystem of the future. But these amphibians are not alone at all. Because soon, these amphibians will lose their past and become a new form. I do not know how that matches with the other word I just said a few minutes ago, or seconds ago, but you heard that and you did not mind anything about it, so yeah. Here is the head of an amphibian, mostly a salamander. You might think it's normal, like the regular salamander you saw before, but this is wrong, because this is the head. This is actually the head of a bipedal amphibian called Sonia erectus. Sonia erectus is a small-sized amphibian, around the size of a small badger. Its tail helped it for balance and for speed, and for fat storage for the winter. Here, there's less trees and where it lives, because this is Pomika Island. Pomika Island, also known as Amphibian Island, is a pretty harsh place. There's not that many trees, but there's a lot of insects to give it a diet. But this creature has to compete with the reptiles called the Pokehaki. Pokehaki is a small reptile around the size of a badger too, and they also ate insects, and they're actually good enough to climb trees. Imagine this: you see a badger-sized creature climbing up a tree. That's weird, but you're scared of it now, so yeah. But the few amount of trees have allowed them to have a lot of space, but fewer resources. That's why they've grown smaller. They have the need of less resources. But their predators are huge. Hornosaurus, a huge reptile. It lives where there's ferns and in the fern region, when their prey comes here. But they're no small fern and by any word, because these creatures are around the size of a horse. Imagine this: a huge creature with anger issues that eats meat and has hooves like a sheep or a horse and eats meat. Yeah, I would not like to meet that. And it's warm-blooded. And it has a subspecies. And that subspecies can live in winter. So if you thought traveling to this island in winter to avoid these anger issue reptiles, well, that's not gonna end well for you. Look like this Snorkodon can tell you that it has clearly been eaten by this anger issue reptile, and it will never be able to see the day of life ever again. But this creature is actually a type of marsupial that we're talking about right here. A marsupial mammal, if you don't know what that is, it has a pouch under its body. And she was gonna find a mate because it was mating season, but she got spotted by these anger issue reptiles and got eaten. And those sharp teeth are not cut for nothing. They're curved, so when they bite down on the prey can try to slip out. Helping with slippery prey, it's like fish. These creatures can eat a lot of different meats. They can even eat poisonous animals. So, if I'm coating yourself with poison dog frog venom, not gonna work. But I'll meet you soon on a new video. So, see ya.